So today our topic is going to be input and output devices. We're going to learn about input and output devices. In this topic, input and output devices, we look at what input devices and we also learn about what output devices. Okay. Now, when we talk about input devices, what are input devices? Input devices are those devices that are used to enter data. Input devices are those devices that are used to enter data. So devices that are used to enter data are called input devices. The data you put into the computer is called input. The data you put into the computer is called what? Input. While the devices that are used to enter data are called input devices. Now we have different examples of what input devices. We have the mouse, we have the keyboard, we have the scanner, we have the microphone, we have the joystick, we have the light pen. So the mouse, the keyboard, the scanner, microphone, joystick, light pen, and there are so many more that so many input devices that can be used to enter data into the computer. Now with these examples of input devices, we can use to enter data into the what? Computers. We can use them to enter data into the what? Computers. Now let's look at the mouse. Okay, you have seen the mouse, you've been using the mouse, but what are those things? Let's learn more about what? Our mouse. Now the mouse is a pointing device. The mouse is what? A pointing device. We use the mouse to point at icons or programs on the screen. We use the mouse to point at icons or programs on the screen. Now we have different mouse actions. Different what? Mouse actions. Because our mouse, for it to point and perform a particular action, we need to know how we can use this mouse action. So there are different mouse actions that we have on the computer, on the mouse. Now there are 4 mouse actions. We have the left click, right click, double click, drag and drop. So we have the left click, we have the right click, we have the double click and drag and drop. Now you can see this is a typical mouse. Then we have the left click. By pressing the left mouse button, we have done left click. Then we have right click. By pressing the right mouse button, we've done right click. So left click and what? Right click. So left click is a mouse action, right click is a mouse action. How do we do left click? By clicking the left mouse button. So you know your left hand, just like the mouse, the left part of this button. You know your right hand, just like the mouse, the right part of this button. So the left part of the mouse is called the left click, while the right part of the mouse is called the what? The right click. The mouse also have a wire. It has the mouse wire that is connected to the system unit, the CPU box, that is connected to the system unit or the CPU box. So the mouse actions are left click, right click, double click and drag and drop. So let's look at double click. How do we double click? We double click by clicking on the left mouse button twice. You double click by clicking on the left mouse button twice. Now let's see the action now taking place. You see the index finger. The index finger will be placed on the left mouse button and it will click twice. You will hear the click sound. You will hear the click sound twice, okay, simultaneously without wasting time. Okay, now watch this preview. Now you see how he clicked, how the finger is clicking on the button. You see, you get it. It clicked on it twice. That is what? Double click. That is what? Double click. That is how to do your double click, by clicking the left mouse button twice. Then we also have drag and drop. We have what? Drag and drop. How do we use drag and drop? Drag and drop is to select an item from the screen from one position to another. We'll see the various use cases, but now look at this video. Look at the finger is dragging it into the computer. Okay, I play again. You look at it. the icon will be taken from this point and put into the computer.